How's it going, folks? It's been a minute, but things have changed. We've got further peace talks to the Middle East, Michael Saylor buying more Bitcoin, and yet the price is still tumbling. I'm going to get into exactly why I think that is and exactly what I think is coming next. So let's go for it. As you can see, Bitcoin currently trading at $76,867, but we are down just in the last few hours or so, about 3.59%. And that is despite a potentially improved geopolitical situation. I am, of course, talking about the Middle East, day 59, and we have a diplomatic push to end the conflict. More specifically, I want to just open up this article for you, and that is Iran offering to end its chokehold on the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is offering to end its chokehold on the Strait of Hormuz without addressing its nuclear program, two regional officials with knowledge of the proposal said today. It comes as the country's foreign minister made a visit to Russia. He said it was an opportunity to consult with Moscow regarding the war against Israel and the United States. Iran also wants the US to end its blockade of the country as part of its proposal, said to officials who spoke on condition of anonymity. The new proposal passed to the United States by Pakistan likely won't be supported by the president, who wants to end Iran's atomic program as part of an overall deal to reopen the strait. But nonetheless, we are seeing progress here. Also reported by Al Jazeera, Iran discusses diplomatic solutions with regional partners as Trump says Iran could telephone if it wants to talk. Iran has stepped up diplomatic efforts to end the war with the United States, with Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi shuttling between Pakistan and Oman on Sunday before flying to Russia on Monday, and that's what the last article just mentioned there. So the situation looks like, although it's not over yet, it does look like there is a push to get that over the line. And of course, we have seen the ceasefire maintained this entire time. Part of that basically is the reason why I chose to stay in my long position. I mentioned the last time I made a video that I was looking to get out of this and potentially flip short because of the information that we had at the time, the information that I had access to at the time. But as that ceasefire was maintained, and also combined with the size of this trade, right, relatively small risk profile on this trade, that is just 0.03 Bitcoin, 20x long. That is small relative to my portfolio, so it's small for me, and it's small relative to the account size as well. There's just short of $7,000 the account is worth right now. This position is up $330 in profit. Now, you may remember we got into this trade right the way down here at $65,000 and change, right at the bottom of this range. Okay, we didn't get long when everyone was jumping in going long right now, like Michael Saylor is, like the rest of the market has been doing. I got long right at the bottom of the range when everybody was getting short after these several consecutive down days, big tensions in the Middle East. But once again, I've said this time and time again, I was betting basically on the market being overly pessimistic around that. Now, the situation is flipping to the point where I think the market is getting overly positive about the situation, but because we didn't just see an end to the ceasefire in a couple of days and a regression of that, it made sense to me to keep this small amount of the trade on. Remember, we have taken out profit from this trade multiple times on the way up. So we've covered the cost basis of that now already completely, and I'm just sitting on this last little bit of the trade. Now, we are of course down 3.6% today, and that is, in my opinion, what we're seeing there is the unwinding of some of this positivity, which I don't think is yet over, by the way, because we are seeing those diplomatic talks in the Middle East. It does look like that situation is clearing up, at least for now. But we know this part of the situation hasn't changed. In fact, it's got more aggressive. We have so much long leverage in the market that has been building up this whole time, right? It's building up this whole way up, where I've been riding out, enjoying seeing my profits come up from this trade. A lot of other people have been jumping in too late to the party. All the market's up, let me jump in long. All the market's up, let me jump in long. All the market's up, let me jump in long. And eventually that does tend to come toppling down, because when these leverage positions, when the trade goes against them, if they become liquidated, they are forced to sell and dump supply onto the market. You wouldn't be alone if you've been buying on the way up, though. We saw Michael Saylor has been buying last week as well, reported here by TradingView. MSTR buys another $255 million Bitcoin as the rally faces demand concerns. Strategy expanded its Bitcoin holdings last week purchasing an additional 3,273 BTC for approximately $255 million, even as analysts flag concerns about the sustainability of the recent price rally. And I would share those concerns, but like I said, I've already taken a lot of profit out of this trade, and as that situation continues, I do believe that much of the market will continue getting excited about that. And what we might even see in the micro is an unwinding of this short interest that we've seen today, right? When the market starts slipping, you can get this fluctuation going both ways. A lot of the market jumps in on the smaller time frames. A lot of the market jumps in leverage short. You can see that in the disparity here. Much thicker green side of the chart here on the Bitcoin exchange liquidation map, meaning much of the market is now positioned short in the micro sense. And those shorts can get liquidated. When the shorts become liquidated, you see a big pop to the upside. So honestly, I'm just watching this situation play out. This trade has already exceeded my expectations. And there's a couple of different scenarios that could come from here. Okay, we might just keep crashing down. That's possible. We might see a regression of those peace talks in the Middle East. Until that situation, I think we probably bounce from here. Structurally, if you're into technical analysis, we are coming into a place where we could potentially see form a resistance, and that is $76,000 here, forming a support area, right, where we may come down here, bounce from there and continue on up. Then I'd be looking for these higher levels, higher psychological levels above $80,000, psychological and structural levels to unwind the rest of that trade. Potentially, if we see another big spike to the upside, I might look to start offloading that and potentially flip out short. But for where we are right now, I'm happy to just sit in that long position. I don't think the bear market is over. You've got to remember, the market hasn't really changed much since before we had a war, right? We were still selling off before Iran was at the forefront of everybody's mind. Now it is for obvious reasons, but the situation remains. I don't think the market is overall massively better, more bullish than it was before, although we have seen some decent jobs data recently. But that's what I'm looking at right now. Currently still in this long position, still up $330. Nothing to write home about, but that is my position right now. My goal and my focus remains accumulating spot Bitcoin on those lower days. I don't want to be buying Michael Saylor style, where buying on the up days. Although, obviously, still playing the long game in the same way that Saylor is, right? He's not buying to sell tomorrow. The problem is a lot of the market is buying to sell tomorrow, and that's why you see these big sell-offs like we're seeing today. I don't think this is going to last. Micro sense, I don't think I don't think this move is going to last. I don't think this move is going to last. So that's my mid time frame thoughts, positionality on the market. But long term, I don't think that we put this on the daily. Long term, I don't think this movement is going to last. I think it's just cyclical. So that is my take right now. Situation clearing up in the Middle East. As long as that continues to, I'm going to stay in this long, with the exception of a situation where we see what I deem to be mass hysteria and over enthusiasm around that. But I do think that there is an expiry date on this uptrend. Thank you so much for watching. As always, nothing I say should be considered financial advice. Purely my opinion shared just for your entertainment. Plenty more to come. Catch you in the next one. Bye.